I have walked into homes more than once when I was asked to come pray for somebody whose family was gone and they lived alone. I've walked into old folks' home, they call them in the United States, where old people were staring at a wall. No one was talking to them. Alone. Died with nobody caring for them. But when Jesus comes into your life, you'll never be alone. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter how famous you are. It doesn't matter who you are. I was asked to go pray for a man one day who was the richest man in southern Florida. A friend of mine named Bill Swart said, would you come pray for this man who's dying with cancer? He said this man owns all the shopping malls in Miami. He owns all the shopping malls in Fort Lauderdale. He owns all the shopping malls in South Florida. Come pray for him. I said, all right, let's go. I come to this massive mansion. We ring the bell. A butler opens the door. A very lovely young lady in her 30s comes to us and welcomes me, introduces herself as the wife of the dying man. I thought, oh, how sad that he's so young and dying with cancer. I walk in, I see an old man in his 80s. In his 80s. He got you, brother. Sorry. The young lady was married to an old man because of his money. Okay. Did he say it right? So you see, I walk into this house. Come here, Arthur, come here, so you won't make a mistake. Come on, stand right next to me. So I walk into this house and I think that the man dying is a young man because the wife was a young wife. But when I walk in, I see an old man in his 80s. His wife is in her 30s. It doesn't add up. I don't know how you said it, but I think they just got it. So I go to pray for him. And I see this man laying on a couch. He did not even know I was there. They had drugged him so bad. He was drugged. You know, they had all the things stuck in his arm and dripping, and he was completely gone. So I leaned over. I said, sir, do you know Jesus as your Savior? The wife taps me on my shoulder. She says that's not what he needs. He needs a healing. I said, lady, leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. I said, leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. She just wanted the healing. She did not want Jesus. She just wanted the healing. I said, stand aside. Stand aside. I said, sir, do you know Jesus as Savior? That man was so gone. He made a sound.
yavaamu eddoboozi nga ligamba
I looked at Bill Swad.
Bill Swad.
I said, how sad it is. He's got all this money and it doesn't. Come here. I said, he's got all this money and it's not going to help him. He's dying. And his young wife will get all his money. And nobody cares for him. You know what I found out that day? The richest man without Jesus is poor. Say it again. The richest man. Wait. The richest man without Jesus is poor. And the poorest man with Jesus is rich. The poorest man and the poorest woman with Jesus is very, 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 very rich. So the question I have for you is, do you know this Jesus? Have you given him your life? You see, my brother, you see, my sister, life without Jesus is empty. It has no meaning whatsoever. People get up in the morning. They go to work. They work very hard to make money. They come home at night. The next day they do the same thing. And the next day the same thing. And the next day the same thing. And then they get old. And then they die. Is that life? It's not life. Did God create us to work so hard and fight for every dime, to die for nothing?